Good afternoon, everybody. My lovely, lovely tribe of subscribers. Welcome to Cliff London Uncensored. And I have to just be upfront and honest with you all that, first of all, you might hear some yapping in the background. That's because of fucking COVID, my wife has been home for the past year and a half, and the house has become her office, and it's driving me ape shit. So you might hear that in the background. It also makes it hard for me to record and things of that nature. Just another way the COVID shit is bullshit. That is the pandemic. It's just messing stuff up for everybody. But what this video is about today is I want to talk about Afghanistan. Now, you don't have to be a towering intellectual, regardless of what people on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter have to say. You don't even really have to follow, though I do, but it's not necessary to follow the news other than every once in a while, because it doesn't take a lot of research to see that we may be fucked. Also, as far as Afghanistan goes, we let those people down. 20 years, and I probably think it looks like we made stuff worse. It's kind of like, like for example, from years of dance and martial arts training, I have a knee problem. It doesn't debilitate me, it doesn't keep me in a chair or anything, but it just, it's really painful sometimes, and sometimes it can be re-aggravated if I'm not careful. And when I hurt myself, I never took I took minimal medicine because I didn't want to have something so strong that I couldn't feel what I was doing on the leg. Meaning, if it took all the pain away and I was just going la-di-da, I could be doing more to injure it. You people know this. You guys are all educated people. And I would say the situation in Afghanistan is kind of like that. The USA was the overly strong med. Now, you all know that I'm a patriot, and I know that after 9/11, we all wanted some get back. I wanted some get back, but the Taliban, and we know this, I'm just reiterating, but the Taliban is not the whole of those people. You still have to have some sort of humanity. So basically, we went over there for 20 years and tried to inject our way of life, minus the spiritual, minus the religious. Even if you're not a religious person, you have to realize that the Afghan people are. It's not our religion, or based off of what we used to be based off Judeo-Christian ideals. And as long as you if you just follow the ideals, and don't get into all the bull crap about white and this and all that stuff. If you just the rules, right? When you go over to a place like that and you're trying to insert something, first of all, it's probably going to take at least a century. First of all, this is assuming that they want it, and some of them obviously did want a different form of life. That's why they were willing to sign up and try to train. But basically, in 20 years, we did nothing. And not only did we do nothing, we ran out of there with our tails between our legs and left a shit ton of equipment. Guns, probably trucks, some missiles, grenades, body armor probably. We left that for them. Now, I want to know, where are all the hardcore leftists? Where are all of you guys that were protesting and talking this stuff about how horrible America is? Well, you people probably just made it worse than you think. But where are all of you when it comes to criticizing the complete shit show the Biden administration has been? When Trump was in office, there were so many internet politicians, it was sickening. And now none of you are around because they don't really have integrity. Because when you have, I never apologize to the left, but when you're egregiously wrong as they have been, that almost cancels everything out. You have to say, man, wow, I was wrong. If I were on them, I would say, man, we were wrong about them. You'd still be stupid as hell, because I've been trying to tell you guys that for a while now. All you weirdo leftists out there that are like, Trump, you guys let, I don't want to get off on a tangent. That's another video. Let's stick to Afghanistan, because honestly, it's just irritating beyond all belief how all these people, the landscape of Facebook and everything. I remember when Trump was in office, every morning somebody was talking about racism and how the world needs to change, and all their white buddies would be like, yes, and all their black people, oh, you can come to the barbecue, all this bullshit. Now those same people, not a word, unless it's to still try to blame number 45, by the way. So let me get this straight. So far, since he's been around, old Grandpa Biden, Mushmouth Biden, we've had, okay, so what was his first faux pas? Okay, 42 executive orders within the first 3 months. Now, anyone else does that, that's called being a dictator. Okay, and it's so funny when people say, oh, he's breaking the law with the eviction moratorium. Who's going to punish him? I mean, though we have these laws, but, forcing these landlords and stuff to just have these people live there for free. Irresponsibly doling out tons and tons of so-called COVID unemployment benefit funds. Giving them straight to the person. If you're trying to pay the rent, you should pay the rent, because most of these people went out and bought cars and boats. No joke. No joke. And these are the same people that are going to say the white man keeping them down. Okay? 4. Turned his tail and got us out of Afghanistan. Now, I know a lot of people may think, and I'm not one for war. I know a lot of people would say, hey, we needed to get out of there. It was time. And it's like, well, on one point, I can see that it was, I don't want our soldiers over there risking life and limb for nothing. But when you have members of the military itself saying, hey, we're not done here. And not only that, as much as like I said, I'm not a one for war, but I guess what I'm just trying to say is they should start what they finish, because now, I have to go to a buddy's wedding in a couple of months, and and tell me guys what you think of this in the comment section. Am I being paranoid or not? But, I don't want to be on a plane right now. Because the situation in Afghanistan not only had us running with our tail between our legs, but how you think that looked? We probably look like the biggest bitches to the rest of the world right now. At least Trump would have been bombing shit on the way out. Get off the tarmac. But nope. Running the United States of America. We're not even supposed to negotiate with terrorists. I thought we don't negotiate with terrorists. I guess I missed the memo. But we ran. Now, I know apparently, I don't want to get into it, but there was some sort of agreement signed at the Doha or something that was supposed to be basically an agreement. I'm giving you just off something I read. I'm not going to sit up here and say it's fact, but supposedly the agreement was stating that the Taliban would be nicer, but on the condition of us getting the hell out. Whatever. I can't even comment on that. I'll just say that sounds like some of the stupidest shit ever. But, yeah, I'm afraid to fly. Because, they probably have no fear anymore. They don't. Because, so 9/11 happened. We went over there for 20 years. Nothing got done. And the reason why nothing got done is because it's part of the culture war that's happening here now. If that ideology was backed by some sort of a spiritual belief, or a religious belief even, or just something, right? Just something. Because see, the thing is, if you're dealing with something like Sharia law, and these people believe, the 40 virgins, and they're not afraid of death, and that is stronger. Their belief in that is going to be stronger than the shit we were trying to put over there. Going over there trying to inject this BLM, transgender, get stuff on these people. This bullshit, so-called democracy that they think, but really it's just a bunch of whiny shit. And I'm sure the locals there was like, well, they're here. They got big tanks and guns and, you know, a lot of military and strapping dudes. But man, these people are fucking bitches. Right? And I got to say, yesterday, America, it was a bitch move. Sometimes you just have to see the course or get get serious. Because going over there, I mean, at the 10-year mark, when you realize that you hadn't, that maybe that these people weren't trainable, mostly because they didn't have anything to believe in, about a new hope, a better tomorrow. No, all you people gave them to look forward to is probably fucking some bullshit gender studies that nobody cares about, or pronouns, or some stupid shit like that. That's why it failed. That's why it failed. They didn't want that. You didn't give them anything to believe in. Sorry, that's how it is. You look at all these conflicts, the Crusades, all this stuff. It's usually based in some sort of spiritual belief. The Vikings even believed in Valhalla. They were getting somewhere, something to believe in, something to fight for. This shit going on in our government now is nothing to fight for. Every time I turn on the TV, they're emasculating some black man. That's nothing to fight for. Biden, Harris, light, but nothing to fight for. And they thought the same thing. What is this? But see, what my point is that when maybe at the 10-year mark, they knew that this wasn't quite working, so they could have went a different way. But I'm saying, if you're going to go there and play the long game, you got to play the long game. Or just take all that hardcore stuff that we've amassed over the years and go and fuck their shit up and destroy them. But of course you can't do that. There's civilians and things like that too. And, we got to rep for that Pearl Harbor and things like that. So I understand the need to try and handle it a different way. But after all, you know what happened after Pearl Harbor? And I have to say, as egregious as that was, they drew first blood. Now, something like that should have happened after the 10-year mark. You know what? Let's just strap down and go and end this. That's what should have, and just destroy them all. Destroy them all. But guess what? Number 3 saying it. Nothing to believe in. All right, guys, I got to go. If you've liked the video, share the video. Give the video a thumbs up because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. I would love to hear your comments on this Afghanistan situation. Did we do the right thing? Should we have stayed there longer? Do we just do a plain bitch move? And are you worried about air travel as I am? We're in trouble, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope to God I'm wrong on this, but I just got this aching feeling in the pit of my stomach that this ain't over. And that we've just awoken a sleeping giant. We look like bitches to the rest of the world. The border is a mess. Another thing, the Biden administration, the border's a mess. Right? No leftists. Anyway, I gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, and it makes a lot of sense today, there is no fate but what we make for ourselves. If you like me, please give a thumbs up. And have a good day, everybody. This is Cliff London Uncensored. I'll see you later.